The Santiago that I have been in has been my home, my host university, other American exchange students, and bars. And to be honest, after months of being here, I still don't know much else about this city. What are the people like? What do they like? Who are they really? So I decided to do something I should have done weeks ago, but was too afraid to. I decided to roam the city, getting lost in random conchos.
Which one do you want to sit in? You want to sit in front?
I'm gonna sit in the back.
Hola!
Hola.
I had no destination in mind, but ended up at Calle del Sol, in the end with a large monument clearly in sight. The city was small, but despite the small size, it was bustling with people. Within the city, I discovered an extremely intricate and complex microcosmic world that I could barely understand. It was unique and special, and I just discovered this complex world even after many weeks here. I entered this foreign country with no expectations and knowledge about its people and culture. All I knew was that I was here to learn Spanish and immerse myself into Dominican culture, but I wasn't exactly provided instructions on how to go about my goals. I was lost, and to be completely honest, I still am lost, but I at least now know how lost I am. During the concho rides, I observed people both in and out of the conchos. During strolls down unknown streets, I observed people more intently, including babies crying, people talking, people making market transactions, people eating, and people staring back at me. Of course, this microcosmic world has always existed, ever since I arrived in this country and way before I arrived. But this time, although I still understood very little of what was going on around me, I was able to understand more than I ever had the past few months. I understood how little I really knew about this country. Every single day, I passed by street vendors, local businesses and their owners, Dominican families, police officers, bartenders, taxi drivers, and more unrecognizable faces, places, and objects. Rarely was I ever curious about their lives, the places, and the objects around me. Oftentimes, I stuck my earbuds into my ears to drown out the sounds of catcalling and the constant stares I received from everyone around me. Throughout the semester, I was on an emotional roller coaster, and many times I failed to recognize my intolerance and anger towards particular experiences and people here, and this was partially my fault. I should have been more mindful, reflective, and creative about the problems I was experiencing. I should have spent more time with people outside of my exchange program to truly gain an immersive intercultural experience. I realize I had several opportunities to do so, now that I am reminiscing about these long-gone opportunities. But I lack the motivation and inspiration to step out of my comfort zone. There isn't much time here left, and I'm sad to say that there really was not enough time for me, from the very beginning, to really successfully integrate myself here. And I think that's the point. I mean, we're American exchange students after all. Personally, the simple realization that I did not assimilate myself into Dominican culture as much as I had wanted helped me to recognize and acknowledge the vast cultural differences. I definitely don't regret the experiences I've had and the friends I've made, because I did grow, and now I need more time to process it all.